Welcome into a very special edition of the Venezia's Pizzeria Recruiting Roundup. I'm Jordan Ham. We have a very busy week of offers to get to, some cutting lists as well, a busy time in recruitment, and it's been a busy week for Eli Sanders, the Chandler running back, who added offers from Arizona, Arizona State, Boise State, among others, and he talks to us about his hot week.
And I just want to thank all the colleges that have blessed me with the offer. It meant the world, I was overwhelmed with joy, and I was very grateful. And I just want to thank Coach again. And it just meant truly a lot to me. They're high tempo and they run the ball hard, and they give their running backs a lot of options and a lot of carries.
Appreciate Eli for jumping on with us. Speaking of players blowing up, there are few players hotter in the state recruiting-wise than Trey Brown right now, the outside linebacker, defensive end for Arcadia, and he added offers left and right a couple of weeks ago, continuing that trend, including the likes of San Diego State and Washington State. He talks about how this snowball effect started.
It was crazy. So I got the Montana State offer on a Wednesday, I think. And I was just excited over that for about a day or two. And then that Friday, I get a call from Coach Banker, and they offered me a scholarship at Washington State. And then that's pretty much when they started rolling in. Like Colorado State was next to offer, NAU, UNLV, Nevada, and San Diego State. So they just all started rolling in at one time. It was pretty cool.
And we have other notable Power 5 offers this week. Quentin Somerville recently announced a top 8, but Stanford coming in the mix, a team that you always have to pay attention to if you happen to get an offer from the Cardinal. Gavin Brocious, 2022 offensive lineman, has an offer from Arizona State. He's out of Desert Edge. Adds one from Michigan State. You're seeing the Spartans offer more and more Arizona guys, Mel Tucker and that crew that was over at Colorado, now doing the same with Michigan State. Zach Lewis, the Hamilton athlete, doing a little bit of everything for Coach Zadebski on both sides of the ball, and he adds his first Power 5 offer from Washington State, also added Army. And Miami coming in, offering multiple players. Rob Likens going back to his old stomping grounds, offering wide receiver Sean Miller out of Saguaro, wide receiver Keon Grays out of Chandler. Both of those are 2022 guys. And Kai Milner, 2021 quarterback out of Higley. Kai also had an offer from UCF. And speaking of UCF, Mikey Keene added an offer from there. And have a week. Mikey Keene, he added plenty of offers. UCF, Harvard, Columbia, Western Kentucky, San Jose State. The Chandler quarterback really starting to see his recruitment pick up. Other notable offers, Alani Maafu, the defensive lineman for the Saguaro Sabercats, just an absolute wrecking ball in the middle. And remember, Jason Mons called him a skill position player trapped in a defensive lineman's body. So has that athleticism, is a national level rugby player, getting it done. He adds an offer from San Diego State. Andrell Barney out of Basha High School adds a couple of big offers. Nevada and Hawaii, we're starting to see him pick up. And Chris McDonald over at Basha, a lot of really good athletes out there. You remember Micah Harper from last recruiting cycle, but there are quite a few guys in that secondary, in that wide receiver core from last year that I think are going to be adding offers as well. And then Zion Magalai, the defensive end for Chandler, we said he was a guy to look out for. He adds an offer from Air Force. And then New Mexico State coming in, offering quite a few players. Some really good wide receivers in Jalen Richmond out of Chandler, Andrew Patterson out of Desert Edge, and Isaiah Newcomb from Castile High School, the defensive back. He had an offer from BYU and adds New Mexico State. So it's a very busy week in terms of offers, in terms of guys cutting lists, making their progressions throughout their recruitments. Make sure to keep it to the Recruiting Roundup, brought to you by Venezia's Pizzeria each and every week on Sports 360 AZ.